This point will be protected anyways. This one I'll have to hold out next turn, but we'll see. Thank you, Aqua. Alright. Okay. Get Grand Temple up. Let's go ahead and upgrade. You anymore. Alright, so we'll have labs next turn. Next thing we want is oil. Actually, I will take that 1 point in chemistry after the oil, after labs. Okay, what else do we have? This caravan. I don't actually have any caravans to run. I can move it to a cap and figure out what I want to do from there. Okay. 739 before labs is quite a lot, it's true. Start stockpiling gold. Alright, my nearest neighbor has the largest army. It's starting to be something to be concerned about. Let's get armories up. I don't have the tech yet for what I want. Alright, we're gonna go here, 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 here. Okay. Isn't Hubble the next thing I want? Probably. Need another engineer for that. We'll get one in the capital. Doesn't statue have happy? No, statue doesn't have happiness, but it will let me open a social policy, which will give me happiness. So it'll be the same thing. So I can grow this turn and be fine. I should actually do this though, just for one turn, just so I don't lose my science bonus from rationalism, because I get 10% from being happy. Purify can't same turn me, he's order. Alright, there's the happiness tenant. Okay. Let's get into the water. Ton of void growth in here. Make a musician. He's grown. Seems alright. Purify entered modern. Let's get a research lab up. Let's get a research lab up. Get a research lab up. Gonna build one after this temple. Entered modern through railroad by chance? Correct. I don't know if he has oil. No, it's dynamite. Don't like that. Let's send productions, check the overlord. Okay. Alright. Probably delete one of these workers. And that worker too. Okay. I'm getting attacked by Purify. Possible. I'm in rifle cavalry. Maybe. 4 turns. It'd be really nice to steal. No, I'm stealing down here too. Okay. Alright. Build that lab. Nope. Something else. Okay. You think I'll have 1200 plus? Probably. To build military. Alright, I gotta vote for something too. Cavalry next turn. Is that what I saw? Crowds being banned? What ideology? Autocracy? It sucks. We're gonna get so much unhappiness in a moment. Well, maybe not. We actually have a lot of influence. NPM 2011 has subbed for the 6th month in a row. Thank you very much, man. I owe you guys 2 on the sub counter. I'll do that in just a moment. I need to run ads as well, so I'll see you guys shortly. Doesn't word ideology only amplify the existing tourism for that ideology? No, it adds it counts them as 2 levels higher as influence, so it's an immediate happiness hit on me. But I can counteract that by having 2 levels on them. So if I'm familiar to them and they're not anything to me, now we're even and I don't lose any happiness. Pretty sure World Congress stayed right where it was. No, actually. Nice. We voted Tank out of office. Fantastic. Unexpected. I guess it's just blocking city-states. I doubt it's real war, actually. Alright. Writers, scientists, and engineers remaining. I almost want to engineer Eiffel. If I was going real tourism, I kind of would want to. But I'm not going real tourism, and people are making tons of culture. Well, not Cleftor. I don't know this guy. Purify vouched for him, said he was good. Seems to be doing fine. I doubt it's real war, but it might be. Tank has top hammers by quite a lot. That's the Germany bonus late game. You can't counter world ideology by your tourism. You have to counter world ideology being pressured by other people who are your ideology. I don't think so. I think you actually can. We're going to find out, because we're going to get pressured. I think it's just a sum. I mean, I'm pretty sure the way that ideology pressure works. You see, let me see if I can find it for you. Somewhere on this screen, there's actually a visual representation. Right here. Okay. So, all right. See these the little icon at the bottom where it says for freedom, the Zulus, and then there's one little thing right there. I'm pretty sure it's, for me, my unhappiness is a summation of all the opposing little dots with me. So I don't have any right now because no one has any tourism to pressure my culture. But world ideology gives them 2 of those bars. So if I have 2 bars with all of them and they have 2 bars with me, then I get no ideology pressure. I'm pretty sure, but I might not be. Hey, do something about the gap in the blinds. You don't like it when it hits me dead in the face nonstop, driving me nuts. We will at some point. Judging on the turn duration, maybe it is real war. It sucks. Yeah, but if it adds 2 dots to me, Kuba, but if I had 2 dots to all of them, I think it counters that. But we'll see. You think ideology pressure is tourism versus tourism? It's not. It's a combination of your tourism versus their culture and their culture versus your tourism. So it's all about the influence degrees, right? All right, we have an artist now. This is probably worth golden aging for instead of planting it anymore. Let's do that. We have longer golden ages anyways. And we're pretty close to a golden age though. I think I'm going to take a happiness policy to save this for after that. Alright, let's bulb. Let's not bulb. We're still tech stealing. Let's get our next round of tech steals off and then bulb. So 2 more turns. This. You might know tourism stuff better. Well, we'll find out. You might be right in terms of that the world ideology pressure may not count as being directed at you from a particular guy, but my suspicion is that it counts as being directed at you from the guys who have autocracy. But perhaps it's just global. It's possible. Right. I would like a military academy and start spamming military. I'm going to feel a lot better after I get a couple troops here. Don't grade artists before labs are done? What does great artists have to do with labs at all? It would the only thing that great artists would do relative to labs would be to make my labs show up sooner, which is what I kind of want to do. The only reason why I'm hanging off right now is because I have a natural golden age pretty soon. Yeah, but what is the relevance of a golden age relative to labs? Golden ages don't impact science production. They impact they give you production, culture, and gold. I need military. He's spamming fucking military units. No, Quark, it's not a percentage modifier to science. Oh, it's global. Okay. Victor, I can show you. It's not a comparison of tourism. It's a comparison of tourism. So what happens when you influence someone? You go to a level, right? It's a comparison of the level. So right now, Egypt has no influence with me, right? So let's say Egypt was order just for the sake of this, and let's pretend it's just Egypt and I in the game, right? And we'll ignore world ideology because apparently I'm not entirely sure about that. But Egypt has zero levels of influence on me, whereas I have, where am I on the Zulus? I have 2 levels of influence on Egypt, which means that he gets 2 of those little bars, and then if he had 1 level back to me, it would be 2 of the bars I do for him minus the 1 he does to me, and it would be a net of 1. But he doesn't. So, all right, we just stole. growing here. Need to work. That. To work this. Let's go down that way. Alright, next turn, oil. Getting production buildings up in these cities. Be really nice to have a forge. Too bad I never managed to get around to getting one. 15% production is a really big multiplier though. He's still just spamming military? Probably. It's my military score looking like second though. Alright. It's 2 more turns, so it's 148 score. Because I want all of my labs up for maximum yield. Get a textile next turn. Alright, policy next turn as well. You don't think they'll add much? Yeah, maybe. We can faith buy 2 scientists right now. Victor, you're incorrect about that, my friend. Because the culture, your culture, the way that culture, this, whether or not you're familiar or exotic someone, is a comparison of tourism versus culture. So you can't get any bars if tourism wasn't. So tourism is, excuse me, culture is included in this by being the kind of the defense to having bars against you. So. He's losing cities. I want a road. I want to build them a road. Why haven't we connected? Okay, oil here, already online because we've put a guy on it. Let's go over there to get that oil online. Policy, it's going to be a happiness policy. National Wonder happiness is better right now. Okay, 7 turns to a golden age. I'd like that natural golden age and more oil over there. Fantastic. Okay, biology done. Need railroad, we need combustion next. Okay. What else do I need right now? What do you think? Yeah, need a military academy in here. Military academy in here. Need to bring workers back. We're going to need to be building railroads shortly. Okay. Third in army, Purify is probably past us. Okay. Lab's coming up shortly. Growth to Cork. You know, it's funny, Cork actually has more growth tiles to grow to, and even 1 point of population is worth the equivalent of that trade route. So, engineer out in a moment. If Eiffel's still there, I'll take it for the raw happiness. Although I'd love this one too. Take Christo too, Christo Redentor. We seeing labs up in these players? Purify has labs up. Cleftor doesn't. Okay. Antiquity sites from aesthetics has a 20% chance to give you culture worth of 1 free social policy. I should go do that, you're saying? Alright, if I find production to do that, I will. I do think I'll be able to build another scientist, or at least writers cork. Take Broadway. Culture, happiness. It's getting voted up regardless of what we do, so I don't want my luxury banned. I'm going to take the happiness. Okay. Say Broadway work musicians. I'm more worried about the happiness. The tourism is nice, but it's nothing major. It's just kind of annoying players more than anything else. I'm not trying to go for a cultural win here. I'm trying to go for a science win. Shit, I shouldn't have done that. When's my next engineer coming out? That should have been saved for... Oh, I have 1 in 4 turns. That should have been saved for... or whatever it's called. The science one. Okay. Need a round of units before anything else. Maybe. Musicians a science modifier. Yeah. I think I have enough science that I'll win. We'll see. I'm most worried about Purify attacking me right now. Starting to see all sorts of military units showing up around his capital. Probably means this whole road is full of military units. We're no longer second in army. Need some more units. No stable and cap. That's correct. It's 2 production. We don't care. I'm busy this entire game. Oh, nice. Alright. Military unit. Railroad next turn. Oil now. Work the scientists in here. Caravan. The military academy. P in the cap. Railroad next turn. 2 turns actually. I'm not thrilled about 3-turn Great War Infantry. That's not very good. move to Tank's capital. Yeah, it's building units too. Okay. Does seem ridiculously slow for the city, does it not? Far away am I from foreign legions? 6 turns if I really wanted it. I could do it sooner if I pop the writer, but I don't really want to do that. I'd like to get the production tenant instead. Alright. Let's go there. Railroad next turn. Let's finish roading up over here. Why was that not? Oh, it's annoying. Okay. Okay. Yeah, Purify is a big chunk of gold. I mean, the biggest problem with my empire is my secondary cities suck. My 2 primary cities are really good, but those other cities are really bad. Yeah, I know I have a scientist in the cap. I guess there's no real reason to be holding on to him. I kind of just want to burn for that when Purify has no way to respond. 48. Where is this coming out of? Could delay it here. Where are the rest of my scientists going? No, it's not. I'll take the point though about potentially building a couple to upgrade. Man, I was hoping my borders are growing towards that oil, but they're not. Do I need more culture? Like, I mean, I could go for, I could build that stuff right now. What the hell am I going to do with more culture? Like, I have rationalism done. And I'm going to have freedom done. Like, what am I going to do? Open honor at that point? I mean, I guess I could. I don't know if it's worth investing hammers for culture, though. Egypt lose the city? Yeah. They did. Actually, that's been recaptured enough times. It's 1 pop. Not sure why Tank is doing that. Maybe he just needs land.